Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, back with a drawing video. It's Sunday, so we're back drawing. Today's video, we're going to be drawing Fay Spaniel from Star Fox 2. So, yeah, she's a character from Star Fox 2. Again, not really big into the Star Fox franchise. That was hard to say. But she looks cool. I like Star Fox, though. Star Fox 64 is pretty good. But, anyway, this video was requested by Clarence Barnes. Thank you so much for the request. I hope you enjoy. I hope at the end of the video we could all draw a Fay there. And, yeah. So without further ado, let's get our pencils ready and, let's jump in. Alright guys, so to start off drawing Fay, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a nice, decent-sized circle right about here. Like that. And again, keep it light, this is just a gesture, so we're just kind of placing the shapes that we need to do. And if you want the line of action, it's kind of going to go down and over like this. But then she's going to have kind of like a cylinder right here for her body. That's going to be like more top heavy than bottom heavy. So there's going to be a nice curve to it. Then she's going to have a nice, start with a circle here, but then it goes into like a nice oval right about here for her leg. She's going to have another oval right about here. This leg's going to go behind it and kind of over and around like that. This leg's just going to kind of go down and be straight like that. Then she's going to have an arm go out about here. Her hand will be about here. This arm is going to go down and over like this. And it'll be up about here. And that's pretty much good for the gesture that we need. This is pretty. We could kind of really base off the rest of the picture from this. So now that we got that done, we can draw in her head. So this circle is a pretty good shape. What I like doing is drawing the crosshairs. So we're going to get a line going up and down like that. And a line kind of cross it like this. And basically what I like starting out with is kind of like her head shape, or we could actually gesture in her eyes. So kind of get the placement of her eyes first. Her mouth and nose will be about here. And then once we got that done, we can kind of follow the circle and kind of make a better head shape. So I'm going to start about here. And we're just going to draw a nice curved line that curves down and kind of in and out. So you get like a nice little bump right there. And it's going to go down, over, kind of make like a little like U. So a nice little curve going up. And then it's just going to go up. And then just kind of curve up a little bit in right here, very slight. And then curve back up. Like that. So that's the general head shape that you kind of want to have. And then what you could do is kind of extend this out so you get like a nice long circle. And then you just kind of darken in this line. So you basically want a gap between this line and these two. You'll see why when we draw on the ears. So that's pretty good. Now we've got the basic head shape. We can kind of draw on her eyes. Her eyes actually aren't too hard. So we're going to start here around on the circle. And we're just going to draw a curved line going up. And you get like a nice big hook. So it's like this nice big kind of hook, crescent moon type shape. Speaking about crescent moon, now you're going to draw a line starting from this angle, or this edge of the line. It's going to go up and over, so you actually do get like a nice sliver crescent moon type shape right there. And then we're going to draw the exact same thing on this side, just going the other way, like that. And then we're going to go up and then over. And now that we got that down, we could draw in her eyelashes, which are just 3 spikes going off the eye here. So you get 1, 2, and 3, like that. And now for her eyes herself, they're these big U shapes. So you get a nice big kind of oval. It's really a U since the top of it is being connected to the eyelashes up here, like that. And then once you get that down, you can draw a nice little curve line right here, and another one right here. And then just simply do a smaller oval in the middle, here and here. And you could shade all this in. like that. Then you could shade in the eyelashes too. And then do it on this side. And then we pretty much nailed her eyes. But the last thing we could do, we could draw on her eyebrows, are just nice curve lines that follow her eye, kind of like her eye curve, this curve, like that. And now we could draw in her nose and mouth, which aren't too hard. So her nose will kind of be about like, since she's like a dog, and like her nose, like nostril area actually extends out, so it'll kind of be about here. And so it'd be a little bit like a normal nose would be about here, but since it's kind of like extended out, it'll kind of be a little bit out and kind of on the side here, like this. So you just draw a nice line on top, and then a nice little U underneath, and you could draw a little half circle and shade that in, like that. And if you want to, I didn't put it in like the sketch drawing that I did, but if you wanted to kind of show off that curve for the nostril, you can draw a nice little curve line right here like that, showing like the snout going out. And then, but once you get that down, we can draw in the mouth. With the mouth is actually pretty easy. What you can do is start about here and just draw a curve line going up like this, and then another one. So you get like an upside down M almost. And then you just get a nice little U on the bottom here, like that. Actually, it could be extended out just a tad. There we go. That was bothering me a little bit. Alright, so extend this out a little bit more. Kind of curve that up. So that's pretty much good for her face. Now we could draw in her ears, which her ears are actually pretty cool. They're pretty fun to draw. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to start a little bit before this line ends, so about right here, like just before, and you're going to get this nice big kind of curvy shape like this that goes up and over. I'll zoom out just a tad, like that. And then same thing on this side, start a little bit before this line ends and just curve it up, out, down, have like a dip in it, like that. And then all you want to do is kind of just follow this curve, and then just put like little spikes at the ends, every like kind of curve or two, like that. Curve it down, and now this hand's going to cover some of this up, so you don't have to be too accurate with it. But on the edges here, you just want nice little spikes, like that. And then same thing on this side. Just kind of curve it down, put in a nice spike there, and go out, over. Put a little overlap in there, like that. Something like that. Again, doesn't have to be too exact, no defined shape on this one, just kind of nice little spikes at the edges of them. And then she's also wearing a bow. So to draw that in, very simply, you just draw a nice little kind of dome on top here. So a nice little half circle. And off that circle, you're going to just get a nice kind of oval type shape like this. And another one over here, like that. And then just to give it a little bit more detail, we're going to follow this curve. And then just have a little bump right here and have it go in, and then have it curve out a little bit here, like that. And then on this one, kind of the same idea, kind of curve over, follow this line, bump it in, go over. If you want to put a little bit more detail on this one, you put a little curve line on this line, just show like the fabric folding over on itself. And then curve it out and over, like that. That's a nice simple bow. And then just to finish off her face here, what we can do is draw her earpiece. So it's going to be this nice little oval right here, like this. And you put a nice little curve line in it, like that. And erase any overlap just to make it clear. Make it clear so you guys can see it. Like that. And what you want to do is put an oval about here for like the mic piece. And then all you need to do is make a curved line connecting this shape into this one. So super simple. And then she also has another like earpiece right here. So you can just draw a nice little curved line like that. So that's pretty much it for like head and face. So now we can go into her body, which we can do a little bit better of a gesture here now that we got kind of the head in. So she's going to have kind of like this handkerchief around her neck. So we can kind of just gesture in that shape. Her body's going to be, it's going to start here, kind of curve in and around like this. It's going to have a nice kind of like bean, almost bean type shape to it. And then here we're going to get her bust about there, kind of curve in and over like this. Then her arm will be about here, and then I'll simply just kind of be an oval going down and kind of like an oval going up about here. Like that. This arm will just be kind of like a straight line going out like this. And that's pretty much good. Actually, I want to fix her chest. It's too like tilted forward. So we're going to just make a curved line about here, another one about here, kind of curve it up and over. There we go, that's much better. So that's pretty good, and I mean, kind of gesture in her legs. They kind of be like a nice oval shape about here. Whoop. And then we'll get another one about here. So that's pretty much good for a better gesture. Again, we're just kind of getting more of like an hourglass figure on her. So it kind of goes out, kind of curves in and down, in and down. This is where like her belt line is going to be about here. So now that we got that down, we could go in more comfortably and draw them. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And we're going to start with her handkerchief because it's kind of like right under her face and kind of over her jacket that she wears. So basically all you need to do is like in this shape that we have right here, you're just going to darken in the lines and then just draw a line curving in and over. And you just want to put like folds in the fabric and just kind of follow the shape that we have. So about here we're going to start with a line kind of curving over, kind of in, maybe have it like another line about there, curve it in like that. Again, you just want to put like a couple folds in it like that. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to jump into her hand before we draw on like her jacket and the rest of her body, because like her hand's kind of in front of everything. And looking at this pose, the hand's kind of off, so I'm actually going to erase some of it. It's a little bit too off to the side there. So what we're going to do is draw another line kind of going over and then up, so make it a little bit more straight. And then the hand's going to be about here. Gesture in a nice little circle. And then to get like a better kind of gesture that we need, we're going to kind of make it into like a box. So you get like a nice kind of rectangle right here like this. It's going to go down and over and up. Kind of go down, over. We'll get an oval about here. So that's pretty much good for the gesture that we need. Now we can start going into detail. I actually like starting out with the index finger that's pointing up. So we're going to start about here and just draw a curved line going up. Curve it over, and then down like this. And then once we got that line in, we can draw the knuckles, which will be in a series of circles about here. So 3 of them. And then we're going to jump over to the pinky, and we're just going to draw a line going across, and kind of follow this box that we have here. So across, and then down, and over like this. We get a nice little curve line right here for the like bend. And then here we're just going to draw a nice curve line, go over, kind of follow the box that we have, go in, and then one more over, down, and in like that. And now we could start from this end of the pinky and just draw a line curving over, down, kind of in, and you get a little bump like in the middle of the hand here before you reach the oval, and then you follow the oval that we have here, and it's going to go out, over and in for the thumb, like that. And if you want to, you can draw a little curve line here, just show like the side of the hand. And that's pretty much it for the hand. It's a little complicated, but nothing too bad. I'm actually going to erase a little bit of it, and we'll redraw it real quick, just to kind of clear it up and make sure you guys can see the kind of shape I made. So down, over, in, kind of the same thing here. One more over there. This finger goes up and over. This goes down, kind of in, get a little bump, oval, go straight into the thumb, and a little curve line right there. So that's the hand. And again, this hand is probably the hardest one out of the two of them we're going to draw. And then once we got that down, we could draw in her glove, or like the wrist part of her glove. And it's basically just kind of like this cone that goes out, and then over, and then up like this. And then we're going to get a little bit of her arm, which is like this little U right there. And then from there, we could kind of draw on the jacket. So what we're going to do is draw a line going down here, or about there. And it's going to curve down and over, and the hand's kind of covering a lot of it up. But here, what we're going to do is we're going to get a nice curve line about here. It's going to curve around the hand like this, and then kind of up into the jacket, like that. And then we're just getting another curve line that kind of follows, that starts about here and just kind of curves around the arm, like that. But once we got that down, we can kind of finish off the jacket. So basically we're going to start about here on the handkerchief, or whatever she's wearing, scarf, whatever. And we're going to draw a nice little curve line that curves over and out like this. And then we're just going to curve it over and in like that. And then here we're going to get another curve line that curves over and out, and then kind of curves in like this. And you can erase any of the overlap here. Again, it's getting a little bit messy with all the guidelines that we have. So again, that's another reason why I keep the guidelines super light, is so they're easy to erase, and you're just left with the good actual lines. And now just the last thing to finish off her jacket here on this side. She has like a collar to it. So draw that in. You kind of get like a curve line like this. Kind of gets to a point and then curves down and over and in like this. And then if you want to put a little bit of detail, you get a little curve line right here, like that. And there's on the very on her shoulder right here, there's also another little curve line. You see it a little bit better on this side. But then you got that down, we can draw in the other. So here we're basically going to get like the triangle shape here. So like that. And we're just going to darken it in, kind of curve it out, get a nice another little bump right there. And then here, very similar to this shape right there, so you get a line kind of hugging it, like that. And then once we got that down, we can draw in the other sleeve, which is, this hand is much easier than the other one. So we're just going to get a line going out. This is going to be her shoulder. It's going to kind of curve down and out like this. Kind of get a nice big curve right here. Start here, and then it just kind of curves out like that for her arm. And for her hand, it's going to be about here now. And what we do is draw on a nice oval, and then we're going to get the fingers here, and they're going to go on a nice little arc going this way, like that. So now to draw in this hand, which again is a lot easier, basically what we're going to do is start about here on this oval. And we're going to just hug the oval, get out to about here, and then draw on the thumb. So bump it out, in and over. And then from the thumb, we're going to go straight into the index finger. So it's just going to go out and over, like this, go up a little bit, and then down. And then from that finger, we're going to get the middle finger. So it starts about here, kind of goes up, a little bit higher than the pointer finger, like that. And then from here, these two fingers are going to kind of slope down like this. So we're going to go out and then over like that. And then the pinky's just going to be a nice little bump there, like that, and go over. And then you get a nice little curve line right here for like the wrist part of her glove. And then you just kind of connect the lines in. So again, super simple, a lot easier than the other hand. They just kind of go on an arc, and the thumb just goes straight into the index finger right here. And then from that finger, you kind of draw the rest of them, like that. And we could also get another little curve line where her shoulder is. And that pretty much finishes up her almost finishes up her upper body. There's like one or two more details we need to draw in. But before we do that, we're going to draw on her belt, which her belt's going to be right about here on this little curve line that we have. What we're going to do is draw a straight line going across like this, and then two straight lines going down, and then they meet in like a V right here. So it's like an upside down house. Think about it that way. And then we're going to get two curve lines that follow the belt line here. So we get one like that. Line goes down and over, like that. And now for her jacket, you kind of barely see it, but she has kind of like a V right here. So like this part of her clothes is like green, and this is like a black. And there's a line going down the middle here, like that. And now that we got that down, we could finish it up with drawing her legs in, and then we'll be all done. I'm actually going to fix the hair for a second right here. There we go. So basically her legs are in a pretty good spot, but we're going to gesture in like her lower leg and her feet and her foot. So basically there's going to be like a part right here where her knee is, and then her leg's going to kind of curve in like this. A nice little dome shape, like that. And then her foot will be kind of more center right here, like that. So once we got this kind of shape down, this oval for the knee, this kind of leg shape, and then circle for the shoe, we can just go in and start drawing in detail. So basically what we're going to do is very similar to the belt here, actually, like this shape. We're going to get a straight line going across, a line going down, down, and then they connect into like a V, like that. And then we're going to get a nice little curve line that curves down and in like this. Same thing over here, down and in. And on the sides here, they're going to bump out, kind of go down and then over. And then same thing over here, bump out, kind of go down and then over, like that. And then for her foot, we're going to just kind of follow this line, kind of go about here and then go down. Then we're going to get a line going straight across like that. And it's going to curve over and into this line right here. And then you're going to get a nice little curve line right here for the bend of the foot. And then you get two more curve lines. This one's actually touches the edges here. This one does not. This one's by itself. It doesn't touch either end. This one touches both ends, and then you get a nice little curve like this. And then on the side here, you just get two little kind of ovals popping out. Nothing too hard. And then on this side, and now we got this part in, we can kind of just refine this shape a little bit, like that. And then the last thing we need to do here, or second to last thing, is we're going to draw a nice, kind of follow this curve that we have about here. So if we were to finish off this oval, it'd end about here, so the knee would be about there. And again, it's hard because like this leg's kind of covering up this one. So this leg would kind of be like a shape going down like this. And this leg's more on an angle than this one is. This one's more head on. So draw that. We're going to draw the oval kind of about there. And now all we need to do is just kind of draw this foot again, just kind of on the side here like this. So to draw that in, we're going to start about here. Just draw a nice little curve line going down. Kind of curve it in a little bit right there. And then this line's going to curve out. Kind of over and down. Like that. And then kind of curve up and over. And then here, the knee would be about here, which you don't really see, but this portion, like this shape, is going to be more visible over here. So draw that in, you're just drawing going down and over, like this. Then it's going to go up, over, and around about there. And then you just simply connect this line with this one, like that. And then here you get the curve line right here for the chew. Kind of like a nice little curve line going this way for the bend. And then you get the two kind of oval type shapes here and here. Alright, and then just to finish her off, the last thing we need to do is she has a tail. And her tail is very similar to her ears. So basically just get this nice little curve line like this. Kind of like a nice little shape. And all you want to do is at the edges just put little spikes. Very similar to her hair, her big ears that kind of act like hair. Just put little spikes on it, and that pretty much wraps it up. So yeah, she's honestly a little complicated. I think a lot of the Star Fox characters are, because they have kind of like human. They're more like humanized than like other characters, like say like Sonic or Tails. So they have more like kind of like human. Not so much proportions, but more similar proportions to like normal people. So it's a little bit more complicated to draw than these other kind of cartoon characters, like again like Sonic or Kirby or someone like that. So a little bit more complicated, a little bit more to do, but nothing too bad, especially if you're looking at a reference. But anyway, I will put these pictures up. Let me make sure I just grab that page. Stay up. So that's the sketch that we just did. Here is the inked version. Whoop, no, you stay up, please. There we go. So right there you have the inked version on the left, and then you have the sketch that we just did on the right. So the left one's what it should look like, a little bit more finished. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you again, Clarence, for the request. And I do take requests if you guys are interested. All you need to do is leave what you want me to draw in the comment section below. I'll take your name and what you requested and then put it on my how to draw list, and then on Sunday when I make a drawing video, I just randomly pick one off the list. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just what I feel like drawing that day. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy Fay now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright? Okay, thanks, bye. Later.